Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Kefalos here, and today we are going to be continuing our Manchester United via Vitæ Æternæ career mode here on FM20 on my channel. So as usual, if you guys got to enjoy this episode, leave a like on it, and if you're enjoying the series so far, hit that big red sub button down below as well. I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support by doing so, but at the same time, you won't miss whenever I upload the next episode here on the channel. So with that being said, let's quickly jump right back in and let's get things started by heading into this first fixture of today. We are going to be taking on Arsenal here in the Emirates Stadium, so we are going to be playing away to them. This is a Premier League fixture as well. It's a very vital fixture because we are currently third in the league. Arsenal are fourth after a recent loss to, I believe, Standard Liège for some reason. I think it must be in the Europa League or something. So yeah, we are going to be taking them on here. This is a potential, I won't say title, well, not titleless either, but you know, it shapes the table a bit, because as you can see here, we are currently 6 points behind Liverpool. We have to win 2 games and hope Liverpool screw up later on in the season if we want to make, if we want to stand a chance. We're still relatively early into the season, I acknowledge that. About what, 36 games in total. I think there's about 40 games in total, I should say. So I think there's about 38 games in total. Jesus Christ, my apologies. I forgot you have to discount one team, which is ours, of course. 38 games in total. We've already played, an average of 8, so I think about 30 games left remaining. After this one, for us, will be 30, of course. But yeah, you get the point. So anyway, we are going to be taking them on. Patrick Vieira's side, very interesting turn of events for Arsenal. Patrick Vieira back at the club. So we're just going to have to make sure that we are able to, be the better team here, because to be fair, we have, I think, much more better names in the squad right now, but we're just gonna have to make sure that we are able to convert and essentially produce. So I'm just gonna go through team selection real quick. This is the same side that we used to take on Roma out last time out at home. I've decided not to change anything. In fact, I actually just one change actually. Pogba on the bench for Nicolo Barella, who of course scored the hat-trick in the Roma game. So I thought, you know what, let's put the Italian on, just because he is on a better run of form. Hopefully he could try to reproduce the same thing here. I'm not trying to drop Pogba, but ideally I won't say he's having a bad game, but he's not really doing what he should be at the moment, I think. I'm just gonna do squad selection based off of form, and right now at present Barella is on form with a hat-trick to his name in the last game, so I think we're gonna start him instead, and we'll see how it works. But other than that, it's pretty much the same side. No player roles change. Everything is everything is standard. Everything is the same. I'm just gonna go through it with you real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go through it when we enter the game. It's gonna pop up. Two sides, Arsenal and ours. I'm gonna go through both lineups with you. Let's see what Arsenal plays as well. I'm very interested to see it here. We did select a positive mentality too, just to complement this fixture. Just that we have to respect Arsenal a bit. And let's take a look at the Arsenal side first. Andre Onana gonna start for them in goal. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, very interesting transfer for them here. The former Manchester City Academy player here, partnering William Saliba in the middle of the fence. Nicolo Tagliafico out wide with Hector Bellerin as their fullbacks as well. Interesting that Bellerin has remained at the club. He must be doing well in this save. Lucas Torreira gonna play with Mateo Kovacic in the middle of the park as well. Another interesting transfer. He has been here for quite some time, Mateo Kovacic in Arsenal in this particular save, but interesting to see him swap Chelsea for Arsenal. So Jack Grealish in front of them as well. Another remarkable transfer for Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli out wide with Yannick Carrasco. So another interesting transfer from Atletico Madrid. Eddie Nketiah gonna be their sole striker today. On the bench, they have some very good players as well. Wika Farenas as their backup goalkeeper. Sead Kolasinac, Mateus Vital, Alexander Lacazette, and Filippo Romagna. Oh, he's a centre back if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what club, but I think he's a centre back. And of course Joseph Willock. So Manchester United side for us, David De Gea in goal. Clement Longley gonna partner Ruben Diaz. Renan Lodi gonna play with Aaron Wan-Bissaka out wide. Florentino Luis, that's the holding midfielder. Nicolo Barella and Bruno Fernandes as the midfield too. Marcus Rashford, Erling Haaland, and Jadon Sancho out, as the three attacking units here. So I won't say that we are gonna have an easy game. what I am going to say is that we will have a fairly challenging game against Arsenal, and I think it's fair if we tell the team aggressively that I expect nothing but a win from this match to keep a good run going. Because ideally, I want to tell the team that, yeah, you know, Arsenal are I won't say a strong, you know, they are a strong side. They are a reputable side. They are a good side. But I want them to believe that we are stronger. So I think that is the driving factor to push them forward to acquire victory here. So we're going to demand more whenever we can. Just keep an eye on the stats as well. First free kick to Arsenal. Carrasco, De Gea with the save. I think it was the save. It's a goal kick, however. I think must have, you know, it must have just went over the bar. Again, play is so fast, I can't really, you know, account for everything. I'm just going off what I roughly see on the in the highlights, essentially. So we are going to demand more whenever we can. First yellow card, however, to Renan Lodi. I think this is the right mentality as well, positive, just to make sure that we don't, you know, we don't underestimate or overestimate Arsenal here. So I think we're gonna just continue to demand more, try to push for that first goal. Tagliafico with a free kick, and Kentia might be through. De Gea with the save, I believe. It's out for a corner. Grealish to take it. Balls with Arsenal. Torreira whips it in. De Gea, safe hands from the Spaniard. We're going to push for a first goal if it's possible. Arsenal look to be the more better side as of yet. You know, they're having some sparks of brilliance right here. I think it might be because, you know, they are having home advantage. So, you know, obviously that is a factor. But ideally we are a good side. We should be able to win this one. In fact, we can win this one. And if we do win this one, we do jump ahead of Arsenal. So I think we're going to try to demand more. In fact, I might even start pushing to attacking if push comes to shove. Because ideally, I want to try to get that first goal. That first goal is vital to make sure that we spur the team a bit. So looks like we are struggling a bit in terms of you know, the assessment earlier. I think I'm going to tell the team passionately that go out there and give these fans their money's worth. So some of them listen passionately, some of them listen keenly, some of them seem to gain confidence. Bruno Fernandes, namely. But, you know, I think we should be doing fairly alright. Let's just try to push on for that first goal. Bellerin. Torreira. Oh, Bellerin again, the right back. Nketiah straight into De Gea. There was no way he was beating De Gea at that range with that power. Very tame effort, very soft effort. Gonna try to push on for that goal, that first goal. We need that first goal. Ideally, we should be able to get that first goal. I think we might even consider bringing on some substitutions as well. Barella looks like he's having a great game so far, but he doesn't look like he's gelling well with a lot of his teammates. So I think at this point what we are going to do is we are going to take Barella off for Pogba. That is the safest option. It might be my mistake to have started Barella. But, you know, it is what it is. We started him, so we're going to have to go. I think we're going to bring Haaland to a more advanced role as well, just to have him move into channels a bit more. I know that I want him to assign as I want him assigned as a poacher, but I feel like he might not be contributing being stuck in that central position right now. So I think we're going to swap his role a bit. We're going to keep Rashford on. Rashford isn't having that great of a game. In fact, none of our forwards are having that great of a game, but we are just going to keep them on for now. We're going to bring them off later in towards the end of it, if it's you know, if we don't get a goal or something. So we're going to try to demand more whenever we can. Try to push. Just try to push for that first goal. Hopefully the introduction of Pogba really just how do I say it? Really just, you know, pushes that midfield up a bit and try to create more chances. Really just instills more attacking into that midfield. So it looks like we can't really... So it looks like Arsenal has exhausted both subs. I think we're going to do the same. Our forwards are having a dreadful day. I'm going to take off Rashford for Jota. Let's bring on Cavani for Haaland as well. He isn't really having that great of a game. Cavani back into that poaching role. We're going to have Jota and Sancho cut in. I think this is the right thing to do. Hopefully we get away with a win here. I'd be very disappointed if we did not, because if we can hold Arsenal to a draw, that would be good as well at home, you know, at away. But ideally we want to try to get that first goal in. 78 minutes played so far. Can we get a, you know, an 80th minute goal or something? That would be wonderful. That would really be great. That would really be great if we can, of course. 85 minutes so far. Don't give up hope. Come on. Very attacking has been swapped to as well. Let's try to push the boys forward, demand more a bit. We've changed our forward line. Let's hope that it doesn't spell doom, and I don't think we're going to get that first goal. Yeah, we're not going to get that first goal. We're not going to get that first goal. So it's going to end here goalless at the Etihad, most likely. And it does end goalless at the Etihad. So, interesting to note. To be fair, I think we're going to tell the team that it's a disappointing performance. I feel like we should have won that one, if I am being honest. We were, on paper, the much better side. But, you know, a goalless draw is better than a 1-0 loss, in my opinion. I'm willing to take the draw, but I am not too pleased with it. That is the general feeling of it. So, anyway, I think what we are going to do, however, is we are going to go ahead and advance the PSV game. We are going to simulate that one because it is in the group stage, and we are in a fairly easy group. Not to discredit most of the opponents, but we are in a fairly easy group. So what I am going to do is I'm going to advance to the PSV game. I'm going to simulate that, and if we have enough time, no, I think we're not gonna have enough time for the Leicester game. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll head to the PSV game. We're gonna manage the PSV game. We should have enough time to squeeze in one more, and yeah, hopefully we have enough time. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah, lads. So here we are at the PSV game. I've decided that I think we're just gonna instant result this because we are running out of time. Ideally, I don't think we have enough time for one full game, and it is just against PSV. Not to underestimate them, but I feel like we can instant result this, and we should get away with the result that we want. And then obviously we can manage the home fixture when we get to it if the time permits it. But of course we are just gonna instant result this one currently. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats so far, the match information. Philips Stadion Eindhoven, so we're gonna be taking them on in the Netherlands. So we're gonna be playing away. And let's see what else we can have here. What other information that we can get here, I should say. Chris Smalling doubtful. So interesting. I didn't keep track of this, but Chris Smalling has somehow found himself in PSV Eindhoven. I want to take a look and see where was he playing at previously. I think it was at Roma. I'm very sure we sold him to Roma. Let's see if we can get I think it's career stats, right? It should be career stats. Yeah, there we go. So, we loaned him out to Roma. I couldn't even remember this. We loaned him out to Roma. We got him back. I think we sold him to Tottenham. So, interesting. We did sell him to Tottenham. We got a decent amount of money from him as well. 35 million from when we sold him to Tottenham. And apparently they've sold him off to PSV here for about 6.6 and a quarter. So, very good business from us, ideally. Terrible business from Daniel Levy, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are going to be taking on PSV here. They are without a manager. Shouldn't be too much of a deterrence, but anyway, we are going to talk about the side that we have selected. So, I've gone for a rotated side. Well, not fully rotated, but granted it is rotated. As you can see here, we're going to be starting David De Gea in goal as usual. Longley and Diaz as our usual defensive pairing. Alex Telles out wide this time with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Telles has been a bit of a backup essentially whenever Renan Lodi is in need of a rest, or ideally when we can rest him, we just rest him and we play Alex Telles, who's become a bench player now. Florentino Luis in that midfield position. Pogba restored back to the side. Barella didn't really have an impact last time out, so unfortunately we're gonna have to drop him back for Pogba, and hopefully if he can prove himself off the bench again, we might even give him a start in the next game. But for now, Pogba's gonna get back in there. Fernandes gonna be partnering him. Diogo Jota gonna be the front, the left forward this time with Greenwood on the right. Sancho and Rashford aren't really producing the type of performances that ideally I want to get out of them. They usually have a stint of a stellar run, but then all of a sudden they just drop off. It's very weird for me, but I'm gonna have to take a look at their player tricks again. Maybe this is another potential issue. Haaland has done nothing so far, but we're just gonna have to work on that and see how he progresses. It'll probably take us another season just to get them back on form. I'm not gonna lie, this is not ideal, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have to make the best out of it. So anyway, we're gonna be playing an attacking mentality here. It's not that we don't respect PSV, but I feel like we should be able to get that win here, because to be fair, they are a weaker side. I'm not trying to discredit them. Just take a look at their PSV team, see if there are any names that I recognize. Cody Gakpo, of course, their striker here. Bradley Dack, a very interesting signing here for them. Bradley Dack, I believe this guy was from Peterborough once, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how he ended up at PSV, but yeah, he's here right now, so very interesting. Okay, let's see who else we have. Just to, I'm not sure if you guys would recognize any of these names, but we're just gonna take a look at them and see. Fabian Balbuena here on the bench. Not sure if you guys can see this, but yeah, up there, Fabian Balbuena, very interesting for them. Alon Saint-Maximin as well, here in PSV. I guess he's gonna start, but for some reason he's not in the team lineup for now. I believe I saw, there we go, John Joe Kenny. So yeah, another interesting transfer. They are signing a lot of this young Englishman. Facundo Ferreira, I believe I've heard of him, or am I thinking of someone else? But Yannick Bolasie, of course, Crystal Palace, who can forget him, so back in the day. And Cody Gakpo, like I've said already. Hendricks I've heard of before. Baumgartel, I believe he's a centre-half, there we go. And of course, Dumfries. I apologize if I am pronouncing some of his names wrong, but yeah, Denzel Dumfries recently transferred to Inter Milan in real life to replace Achraf Hakimi, a very big shoe to fill, but I believe he's doing quite well. So yeah, Zoed as well, I believe I've heard of him too, in that goalkeeping position. So a fairly strong PSV side, but I still believe we are stronger. Mason Greenwood is an injury doubt, however. We have to build about 60, recommended to build a match fitness with a maximum of 60 minutes of action, about an hour of action. So we're going to keep Rashford and Sancho on the bench in case we need to bring one of them on. Cavani left out for this one because ideally what we can do here is, we could stick Jota at that striking position and have Rashford or Sancho back on that wing if need be. But this is the side we're going to start with, so we're going to instant result this without fear. I think we should be winning this one, to be fair. I won't say by a lot, but at the same time, we beat Roma 6-1. So ideally, I think we should be able to beat them here by at least, maybe, 2 goals. At least 2 goals. Let's just hope that I don't eat my words. Let's just hope I'm right. So the next test after PSV is of course going to be Leicester, which are 10th in the league. It's a fairly easier fixture compared to Arsenal, but Leicester is always tricky. They have a lot of good players as well. I think Vardy's still at the club in this save. Ben Chilwell as well. I'm not really sure if he's transferred yet, but I believe he's still at the club. Madison, I think he's still there, or has he transferred? I can't really recall some of these player transfers, but I know some of the players are still there. Some of the Leicester players are still there. Vardy, for one, is still there. Let's see what we get. A 4-1 win. That's not bad. I'll take it. Haaland this time. Scores 2 goals. One's a regular goal, one's a penalty. Pogba on the score sheet. Clement Langley on the score sheet. So looks like we might just, stick with the side heading into the next fixture. I'm very pleased with this, to be honest. Very pleased. It's granted it's a weaker side in comparison to a lot of the teams, but getting a win is always good for morale, and especially when when your strikers have a how do I say it? Have a drought, essentially. Not really a drought. Haaland scored recently, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, if they're having a terrible luck in front of goal, we are gonna end the video here because we are running out of time. I'm just taking a look at the match ratings. I just want to have a look and see who played well and who did not. Greenwood had an average game. Jota had a fairly average game as well. Something's wrong with the wingers, I think. I'm not sure if I have set up the wingers wrongly or something, but I'm gonna have to retweak this. I feel like ideally they should be. Ideally, I want my strikers scoring, that's for sure. But the wingers shouldn't be this terrible, in my opinion. They should be at least. I know I don't like to go off rating, but they should be at least having a good game rather than averaging 6.5 and 6.9s every game. It's I think something's wrong with the tactic. I'm gonna have to double check that. But like I said, we are running out of time, so we are gonna have to end the video here. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Manchester United via Vitæ Æternæ, leave a like on this video, and if you're enjoying the series so far, hit that big red sub button down below as well, so that you don't miss whenever I upload the next episode here on the channel. I'll also be grateful and appreciative of your support if you do so. And with that being said, this is Kevlo signing off, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.